Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Bill Clower. I'm a member of the Acton Historical Society, and today we are at number 300 Main Street, across from Not Your Average Joe's, the home of the Acton Historical Society. The building that we're in was built in 1760 by Jonathan Hosmer, and it remained a private home until 1970 when the town purchased it and subsequently sold it to the Acton Historical Society a few years later. We are here today to talk with Sandy Schmidt and Judy Schubert, two of the members of the society who have recently completed a cookbook. We're going to talk a little bit about how this thing came about. Sandy, how did this project come about?
Yes, well, I've always wanted to do a cookbook for the society, and I've done some research. We've had a lot of things in the archives that has to do with cooking and cookbooks. So I just started the process, and we compiled different cookbooks from the archives, as I said, from different periods of time. And then we started asking members for recipes, and we received some very nice recipes. In compiling the stuff, which Judy has been so great about doing, I decided I wanted more than just a plain old cookbook. So in doing research, I discovered some things on hearth cooking. We did have a hearth cooking class here, several of them, so I thought that would be great to put in with it. And then we came across some things about rationing during the wartime, so I added that to it. And I've also added a lot of different historical tidbits and different things that I found in some of the cookbooks. We've got a lot of advertisements from the old cookbooks of different businesses in town. And I've also written with some of the recipes of people that are have been longtime members of the town and were. I did some little research on them and put a little information about each of them. We've highlighted a few of our past and present members and talked about them a little bit. And so all in all, it's kind of I call it a history cookbook. And Judy, again, has been terrific putting up with all my changes and all the things that she's had to do for me. Do you have anything to add, Judy?
No, it was just a very fun project. I learned a lot about Acton. I've been in Acton since '58, and I learned a lot from this book. I think it was a fun read.
One of the things you talked about was hearth cooking. What does that entail?
Well, as I said, we've had a hearth cooking class here. It entails quite a bit. I mean, the hardships that people went through in cooking in a fireplace was unbelievable. I mean, to be back in those times, it was very hard. Here we have the huge fireplace with bake ovens. They're in the back and on the side. And supposedly the side ones were added later because of the full skirts and people were getting caught on fire. But hearth cooking, you have to, sometimes they would take a day and they would do maybe just bread, and they would cook it in the side ovens. Sometimes they would take pies for the day. They would always cook stews and things over the fireplace with the the arm here that we have. It was a lot of work, and the women spent all day long in the kitchen. And summer it would have been very hot, but the young kids, the girls probably would have been helping. In this house alone, there were 8 children, yeah, I believe. So the boys would have been out in the farm helping the father, and the girls would have been in the house helping cooking.
Yes, Sandy, if somebody is interested in getting this book, how can they obtain one?
The library here is open on Monday and Wednesdays. You can always drop in there and pick one up. You can send the Jinx Library, here at the Hosmer House. We do have it on our Facebook page and on our website all about it. And it tells you where you can come or who you can contact. I don't mind if people contact me myself. And I can arrange to either deliver it or meet them somewhere for them to pick it up. We will be trying to get some possibly put out into other places also. But again, that would be on our website.
Well, I thank you very much for getting together with us this morning so that you can expand our knowledge about the book and how everybody can obtain one. Thank you.